Hello everyone, my name is Griff, and as you know, it is the start of September now, so all the shops have reset and limit exchange have reset, but we also have this month in Dragalia Lost, which is very exciting, because this is what I was looking forward to the most. September is the anniversary month, and we're going to be having anniversary in about 3 weeks, so I'm looking forward to see what they have to say about this. One thing I do want to talk about is we usually get a gala around this anniversary, and we know for a fact, based off of an interview that was recently done, that I will go over if we have time. We know that there is going to be a big version update, but let's just get right into it. This month in Dragalia Lost. Hello, Yuji Okada here, director of Dragalia Lost. I want to start by saying thank you for playing Dragalia Lost. The Agents of the Goddess facility event is now live. The Alien Church of Northern Hysteria is home to apostles who play a central role in the event and how the event unfolds. By participating, you'll be able to construct a facility that boosts the HP and strength of adventurers who wield axes and staves. Yep, so pretty basic. The last week in Dragalia Lost so far. I am glad that we have all of these facilities that now boost all the weapon types. All the weapon types are universally boosted without. I think kind of defeated the purpose of the game at first, but now that I think that now that all the weapon types have good units that are meta, it doesn't really matter. The theme song Checkmate was by Weekend Walker. The Shadow Boss Tartarus has made an appearance in the Agato Uprising. You can also craft 6-star light weapons. Yep. Neville, Pilon, Ramsel, Aids of the God were made available in the Gala Dragalia alongside Valix's Pachyndra and Gala Thor, who boasts an impressive, strong standard attacks. Okay. Plans for this month: Mana Sprouts for Light 2 Adventurers, Estelle, Luca, and Lucretia will unlock on September 2nd. Okay, that's tomorrow. Interesting that these are the only 3 that are getting them. Wonder, there's so many other light units that need Mana Sparrows, so I'm really hoping these ones really knock it out of the park, especially Lucretia. Lucretia with Thor, due to just how much energy she has in Kit 1 and her chain, which is that she turns energy into inspiration as well. She should be really good. I actually 50 MC'd Lucretia just to have her as a backline for like Peony, who I was using for Tartarus. So that is going to be an interesting thing we're going to have to see for this. I don't know how they're going to progress if they only give us 3 Mana Sparrows. I think Luco is probably going to have some form of Dispel. Probably all 3 of these are going to have Dispel, because Light doesn't actually have any Dispel yet, because they haven't really had any Mana Sparrows yet. So I'm going to guess these 3 are going to get Dispel. I'm really hoping Luca gets a really, really strong buff and becomes super strong, the definitive Light Bow, but I don't know how possible that is. As far as Estelle, she's pretty basic. We already have Hildegard as a light healer. That's really, really good, so I don't know how she's going to fare. But all in all, I'm excited for these 3 units. A defensive event will be held in mid-September. A certain pair will play a big role and will focus on the secrets of their origins. You're able to use autoplay on beginner, standard, and expert difficulty quests to play through the maps that are designed to play without much hassle. Also, starting in this event, Japanese voice will be added for defensive events. In stories and onslaughts, and defensive event will be a different from the stories in the main campaign, raid events, and facility events. So I'm hopeful that the addition of voice will draw players even further into the story's game telling. Okay. A certain pair will play a big role, and the story will focus on the secrets of their origin. Who has secret origins in Dragalia Lost? Maybe I could see it being about like Victor and like Noelle, but there's really 4 of them because there's also Christy, so I don't know about that. I would say it could be on Curran and Heinwald, but they just had an event. As far I don't know, like there's so many like pairs in Dragalia Lost that are connected. Like there's Lowen and Luis, there's Cerise and Luca. Maybe that's who it's on. But I feel like no one really has a mysterious past, so I don't know who this is going to be about. Not to see. It should be interesting, though, to see what they do have to say about it. A revival of Fractured Future Raid event will be held in late September. This will be debuted as part of the first year anniversary celebration. Now it is coming back, so you have a chance to add the event-exclusive adventure Audric and Dragon Parallel Zodiac to your team if you already haven't. Okay. They haven't said if they're going to rerun the Omega mechanic, which was if you beat the quest, you got a free 5-star tier 3 weapon. I'm hoping that they rerun it, just because 5-star tier 3s at this point are kind of like lackluster for most players, but new players love them, so that'd be really nice help. I wonder what they're going to do for the new anniversary event, see if they give us a free weapon with that. So I will have at some point, hopefully before the digest, my digest predictions, because there definitely is going to be a digest this month at some point. I'm considering just doing the digest as a live reaction, like a live stream, so we're going to have to see if I can set that up. But as far as everything else goes, just based off they're rerunning that raid event. This event also provides a closer look at the heart of the Dragalia Lost story and setting, so I hope you have an experience that will take on this opportunity to do so. Okay. Interlude will be added to Chapter 15, the main campaign, to be expected. Master difficulty for CL, the Water 2 Nagato boss, will be added in early October. I hope you're looking forward to test your strength. Pretty basic. Dragalia will celebrate its 2nd anniversary on September 27th. Like the first year's anniversary, the 2nd anniversary will feature various of celebratory events, including a raid event related to the main campaign. Playing through the recent Chapter 15 will ensure that you're caught up with the latest story and you can enjoy the event to the fullest. We're working on more than just one story, though. Look forward to going up against an all-new raid boss, too. Okay, so brand new raid boss, connected to the story. Basically sounds like last year. They potential to have 2 raid bosses like they did last year for Fractured Futures. If you don't know, Fractured Futures has Omega Nyx and Omega Nyx Cronus. Omega Nyx is kind of like when he's when you're in the half arena or you're in the half circle and he's like standing against the wall and he can slam his hands down. He's gigantic. And then Omega Nyx Cronus is when he's just a normal raid boss and he has moves of all elements and he has moves of all affliction types, kind of like an Omni God kind of situation. But I'm very excited for this event, especially since it's tied into the main story. I wonder if they're going to go into the background of Union's past, or maybe North Casteria, so we're gonna have to see what they do here. Since the next update will be released during the 2nd anniversary, we plan to implement a variety of adjustments to existing features and new ones while addressing game balance. Included in these changes will be a large-scale adjustment to the balance of adventurers, dragons, and weapons. At the moment, the damage output and skill performance of the Shadow Tune Adventurer is stronger than those in other elements, leading players to prioritize their inclusion in teams regardless of whether or not Shadow has an elemental advantage over a particular class. While we don't feel that the damage output and skill performance needs to be completely equal across all 5 elements, we recognize that Shadow Tune Adventurers are noticeably stronger than their counterparts at this time. To address this imbalance, we plan to adjust the other 4 elements so that they perform at a similar high standard. We may adjust the strength of elements alongside these changes, but we'll take care not to alter the current gameplay experience too much. These balances adjustments will be implemented in the update in late September. Interesting. Okay. So just to quickly go to the interview that they had, the part of the interview that I was most interested in was the very last part, which was tell us about the 2nd anniversary, which they said the game update for the 2nd anniversary will be the largest to date. Various new functions are expected to be added, and we're planning to readjust many characters, dragons, and some enemies to make the game easier and make it more challenging. So that was kind of a catch-all statement, and I didn't really know what they meant. They are literally going to... This is the approach I wanted, which was to buff everything up to the point of Shadow, not nerf Shadow. This is super awesome. I'm so happy for this. I just want to reread it one more time. So, they see that players are prioritizing their inclusion. They don't feel that the damage output should be completely equal, but they understand that Shadow is stronger. To address this, we plan to adjust the 4 other elements so that they perform at a similar high standard. This is so good to hear. Maybe adjusting the strength of enemies alongside these changes, but we'll try not to temper the current gameplay experience too much. These balance adjustments will be implemented in late September. Okay, so I think that this isn't going to be just 70 MCs. I think they're literally going to change element-wide modifiers to increase modifying damage, to the point where you don't even have to 70 MC unit, just a light unit will do more. But it's just so cool. I'm so excited for this. Okay. The weapon system will be made easier to understand in the next update. Currently, there are a lot of weapons players can craft, and figuring out which ones to make can be confusing. Players also obtain weapons as reward, but often there are not enough space in them. Players could dismantle those weapons, but that would create frustration as well. In the next update, we'll adjust the way will adjust the way weapons are obtained and upgraded to maim the alliteration of the I cannot read this. Will adjust the way weapons are obtained and upgrade the aim of the abbreviation the above concerns. Since this is a large departure from the current system, we'll provide further details and notification before the update's release. So they're completely changing the weapon system. So this is going to be an interesting. I don't know what they're going to do for this. Primarily, I assumed that they were just going to make it more of like a tree system, where you would start with a 3-star weapon and then you'd literally go all the way up to the endgame weapons. And it would just be a straight progression and a gigantic tree. It wouldn't have these, like, currently it is a giant tree, but it's a giant tree based off of tiers. And I think that they could literally just make it a giant tree just in general, that you could have eventually turn a 3-star weapon into an Agito weapon or something like that. But it's interesting the way they're putting this. I don't know. In addition to what I've covered here, we plan to include further gameplay improvements and enhancements in the X updates and release a Dragalia digest in late September with more information. In conclusion, we're giving players the following this month: 3 summon vouchers, 5+ Eon Ashes, and 10 quality honey. So, this is all really good information. As I already said, they're going to definitely do a digest this month. Anyone could have predicted that. All in all, the first half was definitely last week in Dragalia Lost. I'm a little concerned that they're only buffing 3 light units, but honestly, if their plan is we're going to buff these 3 light units, give them Dispel, and then we're going to buff light as a whole so it's on par with Shadow, that already makes me happy. So, oh no, I'm pretty excited for that. I looked at the DPS sim yesterday, and I'll just bring it up again. The strongest Shadow unit, this, just so you guys know, this 30k is not, like, accurate. It's usually way higher, but the strongest Shadow unit is about 30k more than the strongest light unit, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, he's 40k now. He just hit 40k, just barely, with Thor, and Gala Alex is already at 70k. So I'm really hoping that they just equalize all the elements and make them stronger, so that, you know, we can really have these quality gameplay updates and have a quality game where elements feel good to use without the game. I would really love to see a game where anyone can actually take any unit to any quest. I know that's like really dumb in a way, but I think it would be really funny if it was like, okay, I cleared with level 3 Estelle, and I cleared the twins with it. Like, that'd be super funny for me to see, and I think it would show less in the player's ability to build, but more in the abilities to dodge and not get hit by certain moves. But yeah, I'm really excited for this update. I'm really excited for September. That's going to be all for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.